I wanted to. I was watching one of Nikolai's videos, and I didn't finish it yet, but he kind of raised some interesting questions that I think everybody should be asking themselves um, when they're reading Genesis, um, because things happen where it seems like there was laws before Moses, before even the Ten Commandments that God gave. And so I'm just going to start at Genesis 4. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel he also brought of the firstling of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. So how did Cain and Abel know to give an offering? And how did Abel know that God would accept a sheep, right? Because that's what like a flock from from his sheep. How did Abel know this? Um, and like in the next verse, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. So it seems like Cain should have known that God wouldn't accept, um, what is it, um, a fruit or whatever he gave from the ground. So that'd probably be like a vegetable or something. Um, but who knows? I'd have to maybe look at the Strongs or something for that. But Cain, it seems like God was saying that Cain should have known that he wouldn't accept um, what he was offering. So there must have been a commandment that God gave of even like doing these offerings, these sacrifices to him. Um, like, how would they have known this? Um, because like if you go to the laws of Moses, like God likes the scent of the sacrifices. So, um, but um, and then where else do I want to go? Oh yeah, so Genesis 7. Um, so and the Lord said unto Noah, Come thou and all thy house unto the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. So even there, like, how did how is Noah seen as righteous um, when supposedly there wasn't any commandments given? Um, because it's not like it's just God didn't give any commandments and he's just having people figure it out for themselves. Um, and even like with the righteous, um, God saw Noah righteous. So why is it that people today think that if you aren't doing God's righteousness, then it doesn't make you righteous? If you're doing your own righteousness, um, your self righteousness, God thinks that those are filthy rags. But you can't call um, the righteousness that God gives as filthy rags because that's literally just saying that like his commandments are filthy rags, which is is completely wicked. Um, but anyways, of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by sevens, the male and his female, and of beasts and are not clean by two, the male and his female. Of fowls also of the air by sevens, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth. So now you have to ask yourself, like, how to know what was clean and what wasn't, if the laws of Moses weren't given, um, and if Noah, let's see, um, so Genesis 7 and verse 24, and the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. Uh, so I mean Noah was in the ark for a long time, and there was 8 people, I believe, in there. So like what were they eating? Because if they were eating all the animals in there, then that would mean that you wouldn't have, like, say, uh, like some of the like unclean animals today. You wouldn't have cows, or I mean, you wouldn't have had pigs. You wouldn't have horses. You wouldn't have, um, say, dogs. You wouldn't have cats. Um, like those animals wouldn't exist today because there was only two of the not clean animals taken. But then, so how if it wasn't, I you got to ask these critical questions because I feel like Christians aren't doing these types of things. Um, because if he was taking 7 of the clean, then those are the ones that he was eating. Because he couldn't be eating the not clean ones because then those wouldn't be able to populate the earth. So I think that was kind of all, but kind of a short one. But yeah, just ask yourselves these questions even before the commandments were given. Like with the rainbow covenant with Noah, um, like this was made between animals and people. Um, why was it made between animals and people? Um, it must deal something with this eating clean type of thing. Like, why? Ask why.